Hello and welcome to my May TBR. This is another very fun video for me. I literally love doing my TBR videos. Is that just me? Yeah, so we are going to do my May TBR picking today. I'm going to do my little basket that I had last time, and also again I have my little graphic, and I'm going to choose first from there. That's like the books that I have high on my list that I would like to get to. I also included on the graphic like the physical books I would like to really get to like this month, like prioritize if I can. And then also the two books that I'm definitely going to read, which I will discuss in just a moment. But yeah, so then we'll pick a few of my little TBR jar prompts and we'll decide from there. Okay, like I said, I did want to mention that I have two books already picked out. I do the buzzword challenge every month. This month's theme is, for the cover, a book with a border around it, which I had quite a few options for this one, but I really, really want to read a horror, which I definitely will read a few this month actually. But I wanted a horror like now, and this one, the horror, is what I've chosen because as you can see, it has a little border around the cover. Perfect. And let me read you the description. So this is by David Sodergren, and this says, I don't fear death, but they do. Muriel McCulley has lived in the Scottish fishing village of Witchhaven all her life. She was born there and she intends to die there, but when an overseas property developer threatens to evict the residents from their homes and raze Witchhaven to the ground in the name of progress, all seems lost. Until the day a mysterious fogman creeps inland, the horror. To some it brings redemption, to others it brings only madness and death. What macabre secrets lie within the horror? Romantic and deranged, this is a gore-soaked folk horror fairy tale, which that's a perfect way to describe it to get me hooked. A folklore, blood-soaked fairy tale. Yeah, put that on my desk right now. So very excited to read this. I think I'll probably pick this up on audiobook. I really love listening to horror books because it scares me even more, and I love to be scared because I'm crazy. So yeah, so that's gonna be one of my first reads of the month. Then I also have chosen another book, which is kind of, I guess I should have pulled it out because it was my on my physical TBR, but unfortunately now I'm too lazy. But this is Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen, and this is fulfilling the challenge for the title of the month, which is Make or Made of Thorns. Like I said, I do actually have this on my physical TBR, which is why I chose it, but I'm just really not gravitating towards it. I read like the first few pages. It's not totally hooking me. I think what I'm gonna do is give it like a few chapters, maybe like the first 5 chapters. And if I'm still like not at all engaging, because I don't want to put myself in a slump, then I think I'm gonna give up. And I think I would actually donate this or, get rid of it because I think this is one of the books that I talked about in my like every book on my physical TBR, and was one of them where I was already unsure about. And I said that if I was kind of unsure about a book, that I would try to read it. And if I didn't by this year, then I would get rid of it. So if I'm really not gravitating towards it, then I think that's a sign that I can let it go. But as a backup option, I have The Death Made Prince by Lizette Marshall. Also, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you what Violet Made of Thorns is about. Okay, let's backtrack. Violet Made of Thorns by Gina Chen is about Violet, who is a prophet and a liar, influencing the royal court with her cleverly phrased and not always true divinations. Honesty is for suckers like the oh so not charming Prince Cyrus, who plans to strip Violet of her official role once he's crowned at the end of the summer, unless Violet does something about it. But when the king asks her to falsely prophesize Cyrus's love story for an upcoming ball, Violet awakens a dreaded curse, one that will end in either damnation or salvation for the kingdom. So, I mean, it does sound good. I don't know what is not getting me. Maybe because it's YA. I just have gravitated away from YA a little bit, but I don't know. I'm going to try to give it a fair chance because, again, it's on my physical TBR. It's also a beautiful book. I should have brought it out here, but I'm really just too lazy right now. It's super beautiful. Like the cover, there's like art. I think it's a gorgeous book. So I would like to keep it for selfish reasons, but we'll see. This is The Death Made Prince by Lizette Marshall, which would be my backup option. This says a rune witch on the run has only one option: join forces with a sarcastic, unpleasantly gorgeous necromancer she loathes. The man Thagra loved is dead, and her future is in shambles. When she's sentenced to the gallows for killing her lover's murderers, it's a relief more than anything. Until the night before her execution, a necromancer is thrown into her cell. Escaping with him is her only chance to bring Lark back to life, and also the start of all her troubles. Because her new almost ally is not just any man returned from death. Fire mage, rogue prince, and son of the man who killed her mother. I do not remember that in the description I read. Sharp-tongued Durlane Aver is everything Thagra hates. Worse, he won't revive her lover unless she joins him on a mission of his own first. So, I don't know. I think this is not YA. I think it is adult. I think there's some romantic spice situation going on. And I love a necromancer. Oh, I just love that like archetype. And I think this is just going to be really interesting, especially because I read another book a few months ago about a rune witch, and I really liked that. So I just feel like I really like this one. It sounds good. But again, I'm going to give the other one a chance. Honestly, I feel like they're not even that different. So I need to just be fair. But even if I don't choose it for my buzzword, maybe I'll still include it in my overall TBR. With all that being said, let's get to picking my TBR. As you can see from my graphic, I have quite a few less on my TBR than I did last month that I like really want to read. Not to say that I have less that I want to read. I mean, kind of. But like I couldn't think of that many, and I didn't want to just put things on there just to put things on there. I'm still going to refer to my physical bookshelf as well as my Goodreads if none of the prompts fit what I have. And also, I'm filming a vlog later in the month that I'm so excited for. And that TBR is not going to be included in this video because I kind of wanted it to be a surprise, and because it is a themed vlog. I'm going to be reading all Southern Gothic horror books. And so that's like really specific. I want to be able to like kind of choose which books. So that'll be later in the month. Keep your eye out because I'm so excited for that. We're going to be doing a lot of fun things for that video. Without further ado, we're going to choose our prompt. I've switched from my cup from last month to this little basket I got for Easter. I thought it was cute and pink. I might still switch it around, and I also have not folded them, so they are just rogue in there, but I'm going to try to be fair. All right, hold on. I don't know why I'm closing my eyes. Ooh, I feel multiple. Okay. Will probably not be in focus, but we will see. Okay. Okay, this is a book that you think will make you cry. Here's the thing. I'm not totally a crier at books. I feel like I don't usually cry at books that often. I mean, kind of. Okay, I actually think I have a few options for this. I think I'm going to leave that out. One option is Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. I just added this to my physical TBR last month. I got it in a free little library. I think the reason this could make me cry is because it's about a woman who's kind of trying to find how to like be in the world as she is. Like she's a little bit more awkward and struggles with social interaction. I think that could be like a very emotional thing. So this could be an option. Another option is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. This is a thick romance, which I also got from a free little library. And I feel like I do cry at romances. I feel like those get me just because I feel like the relationships between the characters are really explored, and so I get more attached. And I think this is supposed to be like kind of emotional. I feel like I've seen other people say like this is like a book that like hits hard because it's has like deeper issues than like surface level things that you might see in romance. So maybe this one, I don't even know if that's fair. I think I think I'm going to choose this last option because I feel like it has the highest chance of making me cry. I don't know. I should have done more research because I'm not totally sure, but I'm going to say I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. This was actually on my TBR last month, and I did end up choosing it. And this is about a group of women who actually are held in a bunker underground. And the story, I believe, is from the newest woman who is added. And none of them, I think, remember the life they had before and don't know life above or anything. And so they're just living down there. And I think it's supposed to be very emotional. It's dystopian, obviously, and hard hitting. But that being said, I don't know a ton about it, but I feel like I've seen other people cry at this. Give me 1 second. Because I know Books and Lala just did a video all about books that people say make you cry. So let me just check to see if there's not a book on there that I would want to read that other people said made them cry. Okay, guys, now I'm double thinking because I checked the list that Books and Lala made, which is like a compiled list of every book that people had said had made them cry, or at least like the most popular ones. And this is one of them, which is also on my physical TBR. And I just got this recently, The Five People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. And I feel like as much as I really, really want to read Who Have Never Known Men, this is on my physical TBR. And I was going to choose this for the border thing and I didn't. I'm not sure if Who Have Never Known Men actually does make people cry or if I just like thought that. So actually, I think this might be my first choice, which is so random. I did not expect to choose this one this month. And yeah, I think this is going to be my first TBR pick, which I am excited for. It's like a really short one too, so I think it'll be easy to get through. And I'll just read you what it says. Actually, I think I'm going to paraphrase. But it's about Eddie, who is a war veteran who unfortunately dies after, I think, trying to save a child. And he is greeted in heaven by 5 people who tell him about his life, like how they have been either affected or how he has been affected by these 5 people in his life. And some of them might be strangers, some of them might be people he knows very well. So I think this is so interesting. I've actually had this on my Goodreads TBR for a very long time, and I think that concept is really interesting. And I think this is obviously going to be an obvious contender for something that is hard hitting and emotional and might make me cry because it's about this like seemingly nice old man dying and then meeting 5 people who tell them how they've been affected by him. So I'm actually quite excited about this, and cue the waterworks. I think I forgot to mention, but also I'm only picking like 3 books from the little bucket because I already have 2 picked out and I'm doing my little vlog later on. So as much as I had a good reading month last month, I don't want to push it. So all right, let's do our second one. I always close my eyes. Okay. So I'm trying to show you I'm not cheating. All right, that's the next one, which I feel like is maybe upside down. Oh, okay. Also had hair on it. Yum. A memoir. Okay, I have 2 options for a memoir. I'm either thinking another physical book I have, which is Brittany, the Woman in Me, I believe. Again, I'm too lazy to grab it, sorry. But I could do that one, or I could do I'm Glad My Mom Died, which I've been really wanting to read. So I think I might choose that because I already know that I want to read that. And I feel like I had that on my TBR for really wanting to read in like February, and I didn't get around to it. And it works out, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. So the second book for my TBR will be I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. In case you don't know, which I feel like I'm sure almost everyone knows, Jeanette McCurdy was a child actress on Nickelodeon, specifically iCarly, and it's a memoir about her life and her relationship, her obviously maybe not great relationship with her mother. I was going to read the like description, but I kind of don't want to know too much about it before I go into it. So sorry if you wanted to hear the description. Okay, we're gonna pick the last one, which honestly, I might pick one more as an extra one because the first one I chose was pretty short. And if I have some extra time, I'll already know what I want to read. But we'll see. All right. Let's go for one at the top. I already saw some of it, but okay, a book with a circle on circle on the cover. This would have been perfect for last month when I read The Caretaker by Marcus Clearweir because that has a freaking circle. But hi. Okay, this also would have worked for this one because the Ferris wheel has a circle. I'm looking at my what's it called? Physical TBR. I'm like, does this have a circle? Because it has so many circles on the side. Not seeing a lot of circles on the cover. Okay. Okay, listen, the daisies, the middle of the daisies, that's a circle. Just saying. Okay, my physical books are not really showing a lot of circles. Oh, shoot. Okay, would you guys hate me if I chose this one? Things we never got over, because the daisies kind of have circles on them. Or should I go check my stupid physical TBR? Not stupid. But I'm like, I really don't want to go check. Okay, I will just for you and I'll be right back. But if I don't find anything better, this is what I'm choosing. And you cannot stop me. Okay, I'm not even lying when I say none of those books had circles on them. The closest was like one had dots on it, but no circle. And I literally think I added this prompt because I wanted to read The Caretaker and I knew it had circles, but I already read it. So I'm going to choose this one. I don't care. Those are circular and I'm taking it. This is a romance, obviously. And okay, the back is really cheesy. Whatever. Sorry, whatever. Romances are cheesy, and that's what makes them fun. But it says Bad Boy Barber Knox. That's his name. Okay. No judgment. Prefers to live his life the way he takes his coffee, alone. Unless you count his basset hound Waylon, Knox doesn't tolerate drama, even when it comes in the form of a stranded runaway bride. Naomi wasn't just running away from her wedding, she was riding to the rescue of her estranged twin to Knockmount, Virginia, a rough on the edges town where disputes are settled the old-fashioned way, with fist and beer, usually in that order. Too bad for Naomi, her evil twin hasn't changed at all. After helping herself to Naomi's car and cash, Tina leaves her with something unexpected. The niece Naomi didn't plan she had, or no, the niece Naomi didn't know she had, and now she's stuck in town with no car, no job, no plan, and no home with an 11-year-old going on 30 to take care of. There's a reason Knox doesn't do complications or high maintenance women. Okay. Especially not the romantic ones. But since Naomi's life imploded right in front of him, the least he can do is help her out of her jam. And just as soon as she stops getting into new trouble, he can leave her alone and get back to his peaceful, solitary life. At least that's the plan until the trouble turns to real danger. Okay, is this going to be cheesy? I think so. Do I love it? Yes. And see, that's why I thought it was going to be emotional, because of like the niece aspect and like the rundown, like life kind of, it seems. I feel like I've heard other people say this is emotional. I could be making that up. But either way, we're going to read it because it's got circles on it, sort of. And I am really excited about this, even though it's probably the biggest romance I've ever read. It's over 500 pages. It's like 530 something. And I just got it from the little library. So I think this will be really fun. And you can't judge me because this is a judgment-free zone. Unless it's bad. And then we can discuss it together and be haters. Yay! I think we are going to pick one more just because I think I'll get through the memoir pretty quickly, as well as the 5 people we meet in heaven. And so it'll just be a backup just in case. Also, there's quite a few books on my TBR that I still really want to read this month. So I guess I can either just read them and not include them on my official TBR, or I don't know. I hope I get to them because I really want to read them. But this is our last prompt. A sweet and fluffy romance. This is perfect. Okay, so we have a hard-hitting romance. That's great. But I also just got another. The free little libraries have been going off, guys. Probably because I love to go to them like all the time. But I just got this from the free little library, the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. This is the next in the Dream Harbor series, which like they did the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, the Cinnamon Bun Bakery or something, and then the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and then the Christmas Tree Farm. And this is the next one. It's just a small town romance, spicy but like very light and very sweet. So yay, I'm so excited. All right, that's perfect. I think I'm going to end it there. Like I said, there are still quite a few books that I have on my TBR that I would like to still read and get to, but I think I'll just try to get through my actual TBR first, and then when I have time, I will get to those. But also, I will be filming a few videos this month. Like I mentioned, I'll do the Southern Gothic video. I'm so excited for that, and that will have a few new books I have not talked about in this video. So if you want to hear about that, keep an eye out. And there might be some other fun videos I'm doing this month, so definitely look out. But okay, so this is my physical TBR. I have one more, but I am just too lazy. I'm sorry. So we have The Five People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom, The Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Lori Gilmore, and Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. And that's going to be my physical TBR. And then I have two that I am going to read either on audiobook or on my Kindle, and then one more on my physical that I am too lazy to get. Sorry. As always, I had so much fun picking up my TBR. I swear this is like one of my favorite videos to film because one, I just love getting books off of my TBR and figuring out what I'm reading for the month. But also I just love doing the little jar thing and picking out prompts. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.